Hi, I'm Erica and I'm going to show you how to make a quick weeknight pasta. This is a recipe so you don't have to use a recipe. You kind of eyeball everything, make it to taste. It's with pretty simple ingredients. Usually in the summer I'll have them around a lot more, but I buy cherry tomatoes almost every week, so this is a good way to use them up. My mom calls this pasta marinara. My boyfriend calls it pasta with boring sauce, but I really like it. It's garlicky, it's basil-y, it's delicious, and it's really, really easy to make. So the first thing that you want to do is get your water boiling. Mine just came to a boil, so I am going to use spiral pasta. You can use any pasta you want. It's more of a pasta salad dish. I tend to eat it cold at work. So whatever you would use for that, you can use, I don't even know all the names of the shapes, and if I did, you'd probably be like, what? So use whatever shape you like. I prefer the spiral one. This is like some kind of veggie mix pasta. So the way that I measure it is, I take my bento box. This only fills up to like halfway. So I take my bento box, and I kind of loosely use it as a measuring cup to see how much I'm going to want. So I'm not making any for tonight. This is only for lunch tomorrow. I've got my bento box filled up. It's hard to see, but about, well, we lost one. About halfway. So I'm going to toss that in the water and set my timer. Usually it's about 9 minutes or 8 minutes. Let's go with 8 minutes. So while that's cooking, I'm going to make my sauce or my topping. It's more like a pasta salad than anything else. You can cheat this, and you can use an Italian dressing if that's all you have. I do it because it's really simple. So I'm going to do it from scratch because it's really simple. Let's try to speak correctly here. So I use, it's about 2 parts olive oil to 1 part lemon juice. So I usually do, let's see, that's maybe a tablespoon, a little bit more of olive oil. My lemon juice, I juiced a lemon earlier in the week from my yard, and I've got a little bit of that. And then I'm going to whisk that together. So I'm going to do a little bit more, so maybe it's like 2 tablespoons olive oil and a bit more lemon juice. So here I've got my mixture. You don't really have to like emulsify it like a proper sauce, because you're just going to toss some things in it. So after this, I'm going to move you down here and show you what I've got going on. Sorry in advance that my dress is the size, my sweater is the size of a tent, but it's very cold today. All right, so I've got some garlic. I only really want to use about half a clove, and the way I do garlic real fast is like that. I smash, see how I do that? I smash it with the palm of my hand and really get it in there. And then it makes it easier just to chop it up real quick into some tiny pieces. If you use too much garlic, your office might smell real bad, and then people will come in and say, who's got really bad BO? And then you'll be like, oh, that's just my lunch. So not that that's happened to me or anyone that I know, but you know. So put your garlic in there. Then you're going to do a little bit of salt and pepper. Do it to taste. If you don't want any, that's fine. I've got a little grinder guy here. So I do like about 3 twists of that. I've got some rainbow peppercorns. A couple twists of that as well. Whisk that together. You could also use, in the past, I've used garlic salt as a shortcut. So there's my sauce. It's not really saucy. It's just kind of some olive oil with some flavor. Next thing you want to do, I have some basil here. If you grow it, that's awesome. I buy mine from Trader Joe's in the winter because my basil plants die because I'm incapable of keeping anything alive. It's really sad. I've got about 3 basil leaves here. That's really all you need. I stack them like that. And then you want to roll them up long ways into a little tube shape, and then cut it that way. It doesn't bruise as easily that way. If If you just cut it straight, it's not very great. My video cut out and I am way too deep to start this over. So you want to slice this up, get a little basil, toss it in there. You can tear it up, that's fine too. Whatever works. Whisk it around in there. The last thing you need, the most important thing, is some cherry tomatoes. I bought these because they were on sale. They look delicious. They're on the vine. And I'm going to cut those up. And then I'll show you what I end up with for my one serving. I'm going to guess that these 5 tomatoes will be enough. You can use cherry tomatoes. You can use Roma tomatoes. You can use whatever you want. I'm going to cut these up and come back. So I was correct. About 5 of those tomatoes was a good amount. I'm going to mix this all together. So that's my sauce. And I'm just going to wait for my pasta to finish. And while my pasta finishes, I'm going to build the rest of my bento box, which is going to be some fruit, some nuts, and maybe some cheese. We'll see how it turns out. All right, I have drained my pasta. I'm going to combine it with my sauce here. I don't need that whisk anymore. And I'm just going to give it a little toss, kind of mix everything together. I actually like to add a little bit of cheese at this point. You can add Parmesan. It doesn't need it. That's the #1 thing. But if you would like a little for flavor, a little saltiness, I usually like to do a goat cheese. I get this crumbled goat cheese at Trader Joe's. And you kind of can sprinkle a little bit in there. You don't need too much. You can use Parmesan. If you wanted to get kind of crazy, you could use ricotta, but I think that would be a little too cheesy for me. So then after that, you should have just enough to fit. Ooh, I might have a little too much. But that is my pasta, and I'll top it off with just a little bit more cheese. So there you go. This is my pasta marinara, pasta for one. It's really easy to make and it tastes delicious. It travels well. Like I said, it's like a pasta salad, so it's great at room temperature if you do not have a place, a refrigerator to store it in during the day. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you would like to learn next or hear me talk about forever. Leave a comment below. I usually reply to them. But yeah, this is a nice easy meal. You can kind of dress it up. You can add vegetables if you want. Like I said, there's a lot of shortcuts you can take. You can use Italian dressing. It's really the world is your oyster. Oh, and if you want to save it, I usually, if I have extra of the sauce part of the olive oil and tomatoes, I will keep that in a separate Tupperware and then make the pasta fresh the next day. Otherwise, the pasta can get kind of soggy and it loses a little bit of appeal and the texture. The texture's compromised. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have anything that you would like me to cover. Happy to do it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.